Thank you very much, and welcome to our fall concert. My name is Adam Gore, and I'm one of the band directors here at Libertyville High School. And it is my privilege to welcome you with our percussion ensemble here. We open with a great tune called Cloudburst. And next we're going to use a smaller group to play a piece called Tentacles, which is a really cool, sort of a programmatic tune that talks about some of the tentacled creatures of the deep. This percussion ensemble meets parallel with our symphonic band. Some of the time they rehearse together with a partial percussion section, and the other half, which you see behind me, rehearses with me. Some of the time they rehearse together with a full percussion section, like you're going to hear on the final tune of the concert. So, we're just going to check and make sure that they've got set. I love working with the percussion ensemble. Percussion is always the thing that requires the most setup and motion. So sometimes it takes us just a hot second to get ready to go. As soon as they're clear back there, we're going to present for you John Wilmarth's Tentacles. Or maybe it's Greek and it's Tentacles. I'm not really sure. I'm going to guess Tentacles, though. Okay. We all set there? Need 1 second? Okay, that's fine. While we're at it, then I'm going to draw your attention to our programs. You're going to hear from all 4 of our concert bands tonight: the Percussion Ensemble, Symphonic Band, Symphonic Winds, and Wind Ensemble, in that order. The program covers are some fabulous artwork done by our colleagues in the Visual Arts Department here. Student work from the end of last year. We have 5 different covers featured on that. Enjoy that. And you can read a little bit about each of the tunes with the program notes that the students have written for each of those. So, that's about it, I think. We good back there now? Should I say more things? They're like, no, please don't talk anymore. It's like class. Here we go. Thank you very much. That was John Wilmar's Tentacles. Next up, that sounds weird. That was John Wilmar's piece called Tentacles. Next up, we're going to bring our symphonic band out here. This is the youngest of our three wind bands. And they're going to present two pieces for you under the direction of my colleague and our fabulous department supervisor here at LHS, Mr. Dustin Helvey. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he deserves a hand. They're going to present a piece called Covington Square by American composer, band legend, Jim Swearingen, and followed up by a really cool tune called The Cave You Fear by a young composer named Michael Markowski. Following those two tunes, we're going to have yet another stage change where the symphonic band will head over here. Wind ensemble is going to split in between those two tunes, right? You're going to listen to one and then you're going to go get warmed up, wind ensemble. And then we'll bring out our symphonic winds. Mr. Helvey, in addition to conducting the symphonic band and helping out with the symphonic winds, is also, as I mentioned, our department supervisor, but also serves as the faculty advisor for FAST, our Fine Arts Support Team, which is a parent organization that supports not just the bands, but also orchestra, choir, dance, theater, visual art, basically everything with art in it. FAST does a wonderful job of supporting, and Mr. Helvey is at the head of all of that, in addition to some fabulous parent volunteers. They have a table out in the lobby. They sell those stickers for us. They've got our trivia night coming up. That's in the back of your program. You can't miss it. It's neon pink. So if you're interested in FAST, talk to some of those wonderful folks at that table. Ask Mr. Helvey about it afterwards, or come join us for the trivia night in November. Look at that. I turned my back and a band appeared. It's like magic. I even have a wand. All right, we're going to let them take a tuning pitch real quick, Ryan, if you would. And then Mr. Helvey will be out to present Covington Square and The Cave You Fear. Enjoy Symphonic Band. I think I'm in trouble with my boss. I took his baton backstage for him so he'd have it ready to go when he came out on stage. It was like right back there. He could come out with it, be very professional looking, and he didn't know that it was back there, and I didn't tell him. So, all right. This might be my last concert at LHS, kids. Anyway, next up we've got that was great. Great tune, Michael Markowski, young composer. Fun, uses a lot of extended techniques. Next up we've got two pieces with our symphonic winds, which is the middle of our three wind band groups here. They're going to play a piece by John Mackey, another younger American composer. And the first tune is called Sheltering Sky, a beautiful sort of a picturesque painting that depicts a cloudscape or a sky. We kind of, with Cloudburst and Sheltering Sky, we've wound up with quite a few meteorology-based things today. Completely unplanned, I promise. But it's a really beautiful tune. And I think you'll very much enjoy that. It's followed with a great fanfare. The Rick Kirby's American Fanfare it features a little bit of the themes from My Country 'Tis of Thee or America spread throughout the tune. So we're going to hear two from the symphonic winds here in just a moment. I'm going to let them get settled. We had our pictures beforehand today, so the seating didn't quite get back like it normally was because we wanted all the extra chairs out of the picture. So I think we've got it more or less settled now. We good back there? And we are going to grab some tuning pitches from our oboe. Then we'll do Sheltering Sky, followed by Rick Kirby's American Fanfare. Thank you. All right, one last stage change here as we bring out our wind ensemble, the oldest of our three wind band groups here. We've got two tunes to present for you as well. We're going to start with a setting of an Eric Whitacre tune called Luke's Urumque, and it means golden light or light and gold. It's a translation from a lovely poem that's shared in your program notes. You might want to take a moment and read. It's a lullaby. And it's a very beautiful piece, one of my favorite band works that was originally a choral work, Eric Whitacre being a very well-known choral composer. However, if you've been to our band festivals, and many of you out here have, a few years back you might remember that we performed Godzilla Eats Las Vegas, which is one of Eric Whitacre's original compositions for band. This is nothing like Godzilla Eats Las Vegas, but it does give me the excuse to A, tell you about Eric Whitacre, and B, invite you to our next band performance. Now, Marching Wildcats have a ton of games going on, of course, with our fabulous football team. But our next concert band performance will be on Wednesday, November 20th, over in the main gym, and that is our festival where our middle schoolers join us. You'll hear from all of the bands again, as well as our middle school friends. We're only doing one tune apiece with the bands, and then a couple of mass band tunes where we combine everyone together. That's about all I've got to say. I'll talk very briefly with some housekeeping in between the two tunes because they got to shuffle seats. Right now I'm going to let them take a tuning pitch and enjoy Eric Whitacre's Luke's Urumque, Light and Gold. We're going to give just a second to get set for the next tune. That's just a gorgeous lullaby. My mother is a wonderful band mom and supporter, but I can confidently say I never had lullabies that pretty from her. She's a wonderful musician in other ways. Last up for you, before we play our last two, before I introduce our last two, just a couple of housekeeping things. Thank you all for all of your support. As we need to clear the stage as soon as we are done tonight. All the band students are going to help with that. They're going to take their instrument and one stand or piece of percussion equipment or podium or whatever back with them because we have to clear the stage for the production crew for our fabulous musical. Little Mermaid will be presented at the end of October. Please come and see that. Great show. I know I haven't seen a lick of it yet, but I know the people that are working on it, Mr. Helvey and Mr. Holly and Mr. Thomas, do phenomenal work. So it's going to be great. And Mrs. Brown and Dr. Brown. And who else do I need to include in there? Anyway, the musical is going to be awesome, but we're going to clear the stage so they can get set for it. Last up, we have Symphonic Dance number 3, Fiesta by Clifton Williams, another American classic. Clifton Williams was a longtime horn player who was commissioned to write a set of 5 dances for the San Antonio Symphony's 25th anniversary. This is the most popular of these that has kind of survived through, and so much so that he wrote a band transcription of it. And it has flavors and flair of the American Southwest. You can kind of hear the call to the matadors and the bullfight. You can hear the dances in the streets. There's a lot of really cool, evocative imagery in here, and it's a lot of fun. So, without further ado, do we need to take another tuning pitch? Are we okay? We're good? Okay. So here we go with Clifton Williams, Symphonic Dance number 3, Fiesta. Thank you once again for coming out and for all that you do to support your children's musical endeavors.